My Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the live stream. Today, we are going to have that market open up in around a minute and a half. So we're going to see a lot of wild movement out there with the S&P 500, more specifically SPY this week. I guess we could just say the S&P to make it simple, though. But looking at the SPY, there's a big resistance right up around 478.50. This is a huge area right overhead. So we do need to be a little bit wary of this upper level. If we end up breaking that this week, we'll probably be hitting all-time highs, if not making new ones. So be ready for that to break. If it doesn't happen and we start rejecting, really watch for the next couple days. I'm watching 473 to 472. If this like little range that I'm drawing in blue here starts to give out, I think that we could see stocks fall a significant amount here, especially just given how high some of these are. At the same time, if the SPY keeps ripping, if Microsoft keeps ripping, and we keep seeing these stocks making new all-time highs, then we're going to have to switch to the upside there. And today, Microsoft is actually the highlight of this morning, I would say. Up to 394. Look at that opening. Wow, that is quite the move by them. SPY itself, not bad either. I want to bring up the watch list for open here. DWAC is moving. DWAC is up a little bit. That's pretty big. Wow, from last week, from 17 down to 19, starting to come back alive a little bit. DWAC. Nice gap on the daily. That's pretty cool, Dwack. We'll have to keep our eyes on this one. I know it's the election news that's making this one run up. For anyone who doesn't know, Dwack is... They own... Well, I think it might have actually been like a SPAC deal or something, but they came on to the market for Truth Social. Truth Social is really the company that garners, you know, all of the hype with this one. It's pretty much like a social media company, but Trump's on there. I'll be real with you guys. I made an account on there a long time ago, and then I never really use it, you know, to be honest. All I really use is Facebook and Snapchat and YouTube. That's essentially it. But last night, I don't know if you guys saw this, they actually had the Iowa caucuses for the Republicans, and Trump destroyed everybody in that. So, pretty insane. Dwack's moving. I'm not going to get into anything special with that. Just showing you guys the stock so you guys can maybe see something that's having a lot of volatility here this morning. AMD is up another 3.5%. Actually, running above recent resistance. Look at that. Right above 150. AMD. Good move by you. Let's go. That's awesome to see there. Wow, getting pretty volatile here on AMD. Volatile candles here on the 1 minute. How is that SPY? Come on, SPY. Ah, it ran up, ran right back down really quickly. Looking a little bit brutal. NVIDIA actually had a nice little run this morning, too, at open. Good by them. 554. Holy. Are we talking new all-time highs again? Yes. NVIDIA. New all-time highs, guys. Wow, I know a lot of you out there are going to be happy to hear that. I'm sure some of you guys have been swinging calls or something on them. Good job, NVIDIA, beating us. Good morning, Christian, Mike, Sean, what's up? King, Kathy, Mason, Paul. Appreciate all you guys this morning. I know it's a Tuesday. We had a long weekend. A lot of people coming back. Hope everybody out there is gonna be ready for this move here this week. IWM looking weak, Sean said. You know what? It is looking weak. Good call, Sean. Good call, Sean. I like to see it. Throwing it in Discord. I'm giving you credit for it. What's up, Jason? Don208. Appreciate you. Let's get it today, though, guys. Let's get it out there. We had a long weekend. I hope everybody enjoyed their MLK Day. I actually got my birthday coming up in 4 days on the 20th. That's going to be fun. Having a dinner with my mom, and then we're going to Top Golf the next night, so gonna have a good time. Boeing's falling off a little bit, falling under 210. What's up, Justin? Make sure you guys are voting up in the poll. 13 total votes. A lot of you are voting for rejection. I don't blame you. Sean goes, I didn't even know we were closed yesterday until there was no video Sunday. That's hilarious. I'll be real with you, Sean. I totally forgot about it as well. And on Friday, I figured out that we were closed literally when the market closed at like 3:30 or 3 o'clock. So it was hilarious, Sean. I was like, what? We're closed? Are you serious? I was like, no way. And I went and looked. I was like, you know what? It is MLK Day. I'm used to MLK Day being more around the 20th, which is my birthday. I guess it was a little earlier this year, but usually it's more around my birthday. There's been times in the past where I've been off school for it, and thought that would be the case. Someone say golf. Yeah, Veer, you're going to Top Golf this weekend. As Boeing falls off. What is the ticker for Callaway? Is it ELY? Oh no, it's MODG. Ah, that's it, MODG. Top Golf Callaway Brands. Look at that daily. It's actually having a huge pullback here. I feel like it's giving us all an opportunity to jump in. I'm a big fan of Callaway. They're probably my favorite golf clubs. I always get the Callaway Epic Flashes. I'm gonna have to get the Paradigm now. I'll show you guys what I get. Here it is. This is my current driver right here. The Callaway Epic Speed. Head only. Right here. Here we go. Head only. 359. This is a 5-degree driver, guys. 5 degrees. 5 degrees. It's awesome to hit. I've gotten pretty used to it. I need it, though, because my swing's all fucked up. But looking at Topgolf, they are falling off pretty hard. When I say it's messed up, I just go at the ball too hard. Simple as that. But it's actually not bad. So I usually shoot like mid-80s. That's my average right now. I'm like a 13 handicap, 12 handicap, right around there. I think it's 12.5 right now. GLD, huge drop. Really? No way. Oh. That kind of sucks. Kind of falling off with the market a little bit, GLD. That sucks. Man, AMD is having a morning. 153 now to the upside. Just continues to move. Same thing with NVIDIA. I mean, they just keep going. It's like non-stop right now. Yeah, NVIDIA too, Justin. You are right. Really strong. 1.66% on the day, so it's like just under its average move. AMD is up 3%, so it's above its average move. Both are looking great. They're having pretty good. I'm not going to say they're looking like setups that I'm going to be entering, but they do look like they're getting some decent breakouts. I feel like if you would have entered right on the break at open or something, that would have been an okay play, but I can't enter now. A little bit too high. Maybe wait for a dip and then start to get in. Man, Microsoft. Oof. Falling down pretty big. After that morning run-up. Ran up a ton in pre-market, but starting to seriously trend back. Evernight, what's up? Should I still hold my Neo calls that expire in June? Yeah, for now. For now, we are. I mean, it's fallen down quite a bit, though. I'll say that. Let me recheck those on the actual chain. I see your concern, though. I mean, that is a bad drop at open. That is one bad drop. I definitely see your concerns here on that one. Man, that sucks. The big money, what were they doing here? Keep in mind, guys, the big money's not going to win every single time. But this is a bad drop. Got to give it that. All right, so it's a 9 strike calls. Boy. There's just so much open interest on this now. yeah, I mean, they're still holding as far as I can tell. The open interest got pretty insane now at this point, though, but it's still holding high. It's holding high enough, I'd say. There's been no big orders coming out with the big money, like dumping like 6,000 contracts at once or anything like that. Yeah, I definitely feel your concerns on this one. It's just, if you're following the big money, you gotta give it time. That's the thing. You gotta give the play time. If it's too much risk for you, I would say go ahead and close it now. For example, like if you went all into this, or you went in way too much, like more than you should have, I would say close it, because it's just getting so brutal at this point. But as long as you keep your risk managed and you didn't go crazy on the play, and I've been saying that all along on the setup, as long as you haven't been going too crazy on it, I would just hold it. I know it's a terrible L right now, but we'll have to see how this one ends up moving. I think there can still be some good news. Like, look, it only takes like a month or 2 months for this stock to start to really run, right? Like, there could be a dip now, and then there could be some good news comes out, and this stock could easily be back to like 13, 15 bucks. So it's really just about, are you over leveraged on the initial entry is the main question. Because as long as you like only entered with like 2% of your account or something like that, you should be okay. If it hit my stop loss, so I guess I'm out. Yeah, I mean, if that's the case, then yeah, you probably should be out. Especially if it's like the majority of your account or something like that. You probably should have gotten out a long time ago. If you're over leveraged on it, or if you're over leveraged. It's really like a no worry play though for me, because it's like, you know, if I end up losing these contracts, I didn't over leverage, so it's not that much in reality. C is down, Paul Pierce says. And that's something where, like, when you're trading, you know, the mindset and the overall risk management strategy heading in is key. Citigroup starting to dip down pretty hard. No kidding, Paul. All those FXI big money calls not looking too hot either. Yeah, I actually did not follow FXI yet, but I'm definitely keeping an eye on it. This is an interesting setup as it goes down to test support. Again, a China large cap ETF. China's a bit scary. We were thinking that these might be a play on the Taiwan elections. Maybe if the China person won, these stocks would start to explode, but they didn't. So the event didn't go the best, I'd say, for the stocks. If the guy would have won from China, then I think it could have been better. And the guy from China, by the way, is this guy. Hu Yui. Don't quote me on that. And then Lai Xingti. I'm not saying that right, guys. Not trying to be disrespectful towards them at all. I just literally am just trying to pronounce it. But you can see the guy won 40.1%, 33.3 or 33.5%. The guy in blue was the China guy. The guy on the left was more of like the pro-US guy. So interesting here. I thought it was an interesting result. There has been a lot of election news lately. We got that. We had the Iowa caucus last night, or whatever they call that. I guess the first primary state. But yeah, FXI, brutal drop. I saw BABA was down. I saw a lot of the China stocks were down. And guys, this is kind of why, you know, for short-term swing plays and bounces off support and different stuff along those lines, I do like playing China stocks in those senses. But for the longer term, I'm not a big fan of buying and holding China stocks. I think that the overall risk is just not worth it. I mean, you go back and you look at these stocks, there's been good growth time and, you know, here and there, right? But what's the fucking point? You can go get Tesla, you can go get something that has better growth than something like BABA or, you know, any of these China stocks, mostly. You know, I just don't get why risk it. You know, why go for that extra risk? I don't know. That's just me. I know some people like to have more exposure to maybe foreign markets. I would say choose a different one. I don't know. I mean, we're talking about straight up the Communist Party of China or whatever they call themselves. So, you know, I don't know. I can't put my money in there, but either way, back to Palantir. Big resistance overhead, 17 bucks. Support down here around 16.30. Not bad. And like I said, you know, for like swing plays like we're doing with Neo, that's totally fine. But for like buying and holding shares long term, I'm just not a huge fan. I actually do. I kind of wish TCEHY would do better. 10-cent gaming. I feel like this could be a great opportunity for the long term. But again, it's like the China threat kind of sways me away from this. Just increased tensions there are just never good. I would think long term it might be okay, but we're going to have to see how the situation goes. What do I think of Boeing? Yeah, you know, Boeing's been dipping down huge lately. So Boeing had a huge run up, and it almost seemed like an unstoppable freight train, right? Now look at the way it moved back down. I mean, this is like one of the crazier up and down moves that I've seen in a while. Honestly, the percentage-wise is crazy. It's pretty crazy, like 50%. The drop here from high to low, something close to like 22%. So it's pretty funny to see the huge run up and huge run down like that. I'll say this, Boeing has been wild. Very difficult one to play, I'd say, at this point, because it's getting so parabolic that I feel like it's just going to like randomly start turning around at any time. I wouldn't think it just goes all the way back down. If it does, that would be pretty insane. I would expect some support to hit soon. It's kind of the midpoint here, maybe support around 204 or 200, I would say. I doubt we get back to like 180. I'll be watching like 200-ish here over the next few days and few weeks. What an insane move, though. I mean, that is pretty crazy. I started doing something funny over the weekend. We were talking about Skyrim a bit on Friday. I was watching my girlfriend play it on like Saturday. And on Sunday, I was like, you know what? I've just got to make my own character. So I started making it and playing it too. It's kind of funny. I was like, oh man, now I'm into Skyrim, but short term. What do you think about LMT? You know, Kathy, I actually like it. Now, for a quick call, for just like a really quick call, we're going to have to look at it closer. Looks like it's dipping down, but on a daily chart, I actually really like Lockheed. Even if it dips today, I think the next few days could end up being pretty good for them. With increased tensions everywhere, I would think that these defense stocks would continue to do pretty well. They recently had a decent dip, and they've been coming back, so I actually like Lockheed. I think it could end up being a pretty good play. Pretty damn good. Especially for a longer-term hold. But even for the next few days, I think calls could end up going well. Just today specifically, I don't know, bit of a weird dip. Have I tried Elden Ring? No, I have not. Elden Ring, I've heard of it a lot though. I've seen people play it, I think. It's just, I don't know if this one's necessarily for me. It looks pretty cool, though. Honestly. I'll have to look into this a little bit more. Is this like a new Skyrim? It looks like a new Skyrim or something. Looks pretty cool. SniperBot just called out a put, but I don't understand the put price. Put is at a price that's $1 higher than the price of the stock right now. Yeah, that's okay, Jason. It just means that the put is in the money, which is perfectly fine. An in the money put has a better chance of working out than an out of the money put. So keep that in mind, Jason. Like, everybody tries to chase the out of the money puts, and they try to go really far out. And in reality, that's very dumb, okay? And you'll actually see, if you keep track, that most people who do that, Jason, probably end up losing most of the time. So they just don't show it maybe, right? So just keep that in mind. It's not the smartest thing to go like out of the money, especially too far. It's okay to go right at the money. And considering where Apple is right now, it's actually pretty close to the money. So it's not like it's that far in the money or anything either. It's like pretty much at the money. And in reality, it only costs $200 a contract, so it's not like you're paying a huge premium to go in the money or anything like that. Pretty normal. Yeah, exactly, Sean. OTM equals gambling, yeah. Yep. Yeah, and you'll see, you know, you'll find people out there that all they do is trade super far out of the money options that expire today. And a lot of times, I'm just being real, they're not winning, you know, so. That's why I love selling those out of the money puts, because then it screws over all those gamblers. You're pretty much taking advantage of them whenever you sell puts like that to open. You're like, you're playing off of their dumbness, which makes it fun. Not that that's, you know, it's not dumb all the time, but sometimes it gets pretty silly. We love talking about it with calls, especially lately, like with Mara. Remember whenever Bitcoin was going crazy the other day? The Mara 125 strike calls that expired like a week ago were like priced at an insane amount. And Mike sold some of these, and it's like, he's killing it. It's so funny. Like, whoever bought the 125 out of the money calls on this, now I know that's an extreme example, but that just is like showing showing the weirdness, I guess, of it. I learned that the hard way. Yep. Trying too hard? Maybe. Maybe so. You know, people, they like to go out of the money because it usually results in a bigger gain. Like, with these Apple puts that are called out right now by Sniper, like, let's say Apple falls to, like, 180. These puts might go up, like, let's say 25%. But if it was, like, the 180 puts, and then it fell to 180, those might go up, like, 40%. So you can get a larger percent gain, but then again, those, like, the chance of an L is way higher, so there's like a, you know, it's like a double-edged sword. Like, you got to give or take on one side, and I would rather win more plays than lose more plays trying to chase, I guess. And that's really the main thing. But if you're going after like a perfect intraday move, like let's say you're waiting for Apple to break this support, and let's say Apple breaks support, and let's say you end up entering like right here on the X, and Apple ends up, you know, doing something like this. You know, if you're doing a quick play like that, you can actually, you can go out of the money, you know, a little bit. But just keep in mind that SniperBot is programmed to find the better options out there. So it's going to give you the better one. So in this case, it just happened to be ITN. I know that sounds like a long explanation, but there's a lot that goes in. So I just wanted to talk about it for a minute. Boeing definitely still falling off there. Down to 206.50. That is quite the drop. Wow. Speaking of Mara and Riot, Bitcoin's going down, but the stocks are going up. Let's see. BTC USD Bitcoin's recovering too. I wouldn't say that Mara and Riot are going up. They're actually red on the day. They're going up intraday, but then again, Bitcoin is actually rising right now as well. So I think all looks pretty normal here on Mara and Riot this morning. Fairly normal anyways. Sean said with smaller account, it's tempting to go OTM. You just can't do it. Yep. Yes, sir, Sean. Sean knows it. He's been around for a while. I know a lot of you guys have, but thanks for saying it, Sean. It's a new Souls game. That's what I thought, Carlo. That's why I didn't want to play it. The Dark Souls games always kind of, I don't know, they just weren't my thing. I wasn't ever a big fan of those. I watched some buddies play it at their house, and it was cool, but I tried Dark Souls 3, and I got through a few levels and then raged. I didn't have time to do all that. Wall Street Bets was hyping up uranium stocks. Yeah, UUUU is one of the cool ones out there, up 1.8%. CCJ is probably the most popular one out there. It's not really moving today. Sometimes UUUU will have better moves than CCJ. Another one is UEC. That's another uranium play. This one's doing pretty well today, 3.86% this morning. Look at the pops on the daily. No wonder they were hyping it up. I mean, look at UEC. If Tangy Man's in here, he'll be so happy. Tangy Man had been holding these for a while. I hope he's still holding. I hope he didn't sell down here at the bottom. Either way, though, man, these uranium stocks are something else. I mean, let's go from low to where it is now. Like 260%. And look at that daily. I mean, that is just the past few days have been quite the move. That is a huge jump. CCJ going crazy. Wall Street Bets, hyping it up. I'm not surprised here. I mean, these are just been gapping up, making new highs. That's something. Let's see if we can find any news. I mean, there should be something somewhere, right? Wow, uranium prices hit new record. And industry watchers see further to go. What? How do you see the actual price for uranium? What? That follows a roughly 90% price gain for uranium in 2023. Holy shit. Guys, that is insane. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That is quite the gain. These are some great things to hear, I guess, for uranium. Wow. There's more, looks like there's more demand. The market can't keep up with it. The squeeze is on, they're saying. The squeeze. With Boeing bad news, where do you think it'll go? Yeah, we've been talking about this one. I'm expecting like a bounce here off of like 200-ish over the next few days. It's fallen down quite a bit. I think it can go lower, but I feel like there's going to be more volatility than just straight up, straight down. I think that there's going to be a little bit more of a bounce going on. So be ready for that small bounce coming up around 200. But in the short term, I see it down to around that 200-ish area. Seems like nothing's stopping it at the moment. Be careful of 205 today. Sorry, guys. Whoa. I didn't mean to do it. Sorry, I was on the I was looking up some news here on a different monitor, and an ad started going. It wouldn't shut up. I hope everybody's staying safe out there with the weather. It's been snowy around here. The high today is like 4 degrees where I live. And over the weekend, the high was like 0 degrees on Saturday or Sunday. It was pretty terrible. I know that it's been like that across a large part of the country, especially the Midwest and northern states, but hopefully everyone's staying safe out there. Boeing does look terrible. 204.26 just blasted under 205 like it was nothing. Look at that 1 minute chart. Holy shit, that recent 1 minute candle is getting pretty whack. Wow, it just keeps going. Sean said we had a high of -19 a few days ago. Oh my god, Sean. I thought the low being like -6 or like -10 here was terrible. Oh my god, that is... I would cry. That would like literally make me cry, I think. That's insane. Can I do a book map on Tessie? Sure. I already have it up, actually. Although it doesn't want me to go to today. Come on, book map. Come on now. Alright. Looks like I gotta refresh it. Hang on. Dang, book map. You're giving me a bad showing. Here we go. Sometimes it does that. Doesn't let you click the button down there. Just gotta refresh it. Reload the data. There we go. Yeah, 220 right here is pretty big as a resistance level. 210 has 218,000 shares stacked, so looks like we know where that big support is. It looks like 212. Wow, I mean, anywhere from 210 to 213 just seems like there is a ton of buyers down here. We could have seen that this morning and maybe did a dip buy on Tesla. I'll say this. Tesla's been down a lot lately. With the market kind of coming back alive, it would be kind of cool to see Tesla bounce a little bit. And I'll say this, oh my gosh, it's actually right on a wick as well. It's like right on it. Look at the wick bounce here. I'm gonna draw some arrows. There's a red arrow there, a red arrow there. Look at those two bounces. They're right on the same line. Near perfect. I'm not saying that this is gonna be the case, guys, but for all of my head and shoulders people out there, I know that on like a longer term basis, this is like a, you know, more of a channel here. But whenever I'm looking at this, I start to think like inverse head and shoulders here, like, whoa, like, are we gonna, if we start to bounce up here, that would be like the perfect setup for maybe a breakout out of the trend here. That would be great. I've been waiting for a true break of this trend for a while. I could have sworn that was gonna be a true break last time. I'm thanking my lucky stars I was patient. I feel like a lot of people might not have been patient there and they might have paid the price. Hopefully not. But always good to be patient. Make sure that you see some good confirmation of the breaks. Sorry, I'm helping somebody out. Wow, though. That's a good run by Tesla. Good intraday move back to 220. Let me do a screenshot here. No problem, Kyle. Pipes froze in my house. Oh shit, Sean. Sean, that's rough. The pipes froze. That is something crazy to look at. If that happened here, I'd cry. Now you actually have me scared now, Sean. Got me freaked out. Wow, Boeing started basing around 205. Man, I thought that would be big support. It broke under ever so slightly, though. I've got a 1906 house. It's not insulated very well. Oh my gosh. That is old, Sean. That is old. Very old. Tilray running up to $2. Wow. Tilray made it back to $2. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? MSOS with another pretty good day here. Don't forget there was pretty good marijuana news this weekend. Don't know if you guys saw that. Wasn't huge, but the FDA was talking about it again. They're trying to push the DEA. Dang, it's wild to think the people who built this house pulled up on a wagon. You know what, Sean? That actually is pretty insane to think about. There was cars in 1906 though. Maybe they pulled up on their old Ford Model T or whatever. That's funny. That must have been like one of the first years cars were ever made. I think that Mercedes actually made the first car. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Who made the first car? Carl Benz. Yep. Mercedes-Benz did it. Apparently there's some controversy with this, so that's great. Somebody made an electric carriage in 1832? Are you fucking kidding me? We've had electric cars since 1832? Guys, that's pretty insane. 1832. Daimler and then Maybach made the next one. That's funny. That's literally the same thing as Benz, I think. That's funny. Interesting how history is, huh? Well, there's our learning for the day. Back to the market. SPY itself coming back alive, almost back to 475. It actually dipped back under there this morning. Retested pre-market low. I guess we're going to have to use that as support here, 473.50. I definitely said that this morning in hashtag market analysis. I don't know if you guys checked that out in the morning or not, but 473, 472, definitely a big area here. That's going to be a big area of support today. I would love to see a breakdown below like 472 though. That would give me more confirmation. And I want to kind of go over with you guys like what I'm hoping for out of the SPY this week. That way we could all have some ideas, maybe, you know, for anybody out there who's looking for some ideas or maybe how to trade the market this week. I'm going to kind of show you guys what I'm looking at. So the SPY itself is running up in the recent highs. It actually slightly broke last week, but it's rejecting at this double top. Until this double top breaks, there's no point in going bullish, in my opinion. 0 point until the high breaks. We're so close. Even if it does go bullish, it's going to be a negligible move, and it'll just be one day. So just keep that in mind. If we reject, though, we'll actually start to see a pretty good move back down. Now, should you take the trade just based on the simple fact that you'll probably see a bigger move if it falls? No. But I also think that we're just so close to the top that it's really just not worth anything to the upside unless you're just doing a quick scalp. And by quick, I mean you're in and out within like 15, 20, 30 minutes on a quick little uptrend. But for the overall move this week, I think it would be best if the market could break below 473 and then 472. If we start to break here, I would love to trade this range that I'm drawing in blue, okay? I would want to trade it from 472 down to 470. I think that would be like a good 2-point range to catch to the downside there. Kind of like catching an upside move here, but I think that it would be a little safer given that support would be breaking and a lot of these tech stocks would be pulling back. Now, if we continue to see Microsoft, AMD, Nvidia breaking all-time highs, we're going to have to flip the script, right? And whenever that SPY breaks the all-time or breaks the recent high, we can go long. But that's kind of what I'm waiting for this week is that kind of pullback back to the downside. If it comes in, I think there'll be some great opportunities with SPY. You could almost short it if the low of today breaks. I mean, I love that low of pre-market here at 473.50. That'll be great for a scalp today and even for the next few days. I think that'll be pretty good confirmation down, but make that break first. Don't prematurely run in because the market has been so bullish lately that, even though I think the move down would be fantastic, it just is, we got to wait for that good confirmation on it though. That's the thing. You got to wait for the confirmation. Don't be too early unless you're coming up with a different strategy. Then that's fine. I know a lot of you guys out there looking at your own stuff and that's cool, but I'm just talking for, what I'm looking at. Your golf cart probably has more horsepower than the 1906 car or the 1886 one. That is actually funny, Sean. You're right. I bet it did. I bet it does, actually. It was probably a 2-horsepower electric carriage. What was the year again? 1832. Oh my God, that's insane. Yeah, Boeing back down a lot here. It's wild to think people who built the house pulled up on a wagon, for sure. And hey, if anybody out there is looking at any specific stocks or any setups like that, throw them out there in the chat today. I'll be down to look at some setups and some stocks for us. DWAC, still looking fairly good here. Look at the 1 minute starting to come back alive. Keep an eye on this one. If it starts to base off support, that'd be pretty nice to see a nice move back up here. Probably more of a share play on Dwack, but wow, QQQ. There we go, 409. Beautiful run. Beautiful there. Man. That QQQ move is not bad. DraftKings having a good day, up 2%. Nice, up to 33. They're coming back alive a little bit. Look at that. Look at that. Look at the daily on them. Sitting down here along this trend. Are they going to keep it up? Oh, boy. That'd be sick if they started running up above 38, up to like 50. That would be pretty cool. What about Zoom? I know that's been a pretty cool play on the daily, and they came back hard today. Keep watching Zoom over the next few days, guys. Even though it dipped today, I think it could be a good dip buying opportunity, honestly. It just recently bounced off the trend again, had a great run up. And based on technicals, this thing could be awesome here. Every run-up has dips, though, so, you know, it might have dipped a little bit like this, and it could very easily just be a little dip and then, you know, a bigger move over the next week or so. So, keep an eye on him. ZM. Man, AMD. Whew. 156 now. How's the daily? Almost to all-time highs. What's the ATH here? Oh, shit. I just drew a big line. All right. What's the all-time high? At least on the daily chart, the all-time high is at 164.46. So 164.50. Now let's go out to a 2-hour chart and go look at it. Here we are. It's probably a little higher than that. Let's see. What's going on? I don't even see it as being that high now. You're kidding, right? Did it show a higher high on the daily chart? 164.46 is the high. November 30th, 2021. Okay. November 30th, 2021. Let's go back. Alright, so I thought. November 30th, right? Yeah. $164.41, so now they have it off slightly. They have their prices fucked up? What the hell, TradingView? That happens sometimes with stock data. You know, just depends how the data feed was / is, and I don't know why it does that, though. Yeah, you, Jason. That stock is on fire. Or just the uranium stocks in general right now are on fire. Look at that. CCJ. having a decent move. I know UEC has been hot. That's pretty insane with uranium right now, guys. Don't forget, Mike had his support down here. That was funny as hell. Mike was like, I'm buying this up down here, guys. He was like, I love the price. I love support. I labeled it as Mike's support. We've left it on the chart. The stock is up over 100% now at this point. That's funny. AMD. Wow, that daily chart is something else. Broke 150 like nothing. Good opportunity on that breakout this morning. Holy fuck. That is one of the bigger runs I've seen in a long time out of a stock like this. Just a perfect break. Gotta love it. Got to love it. Traders are just so bullish at the moment on these stocks. SPY better be moving. Yep, there it goes. Trying to come back to Friday's close. Maybe it'll hit new highs soon, hopefully. How's Apple looking here today? Definitely formed a support down around 181. I would make that support break. Just not having a lot of good continuations lately. You know, all these moves are pretty negligible, and then they'll bounce right off support, come right back. It'd be nice to have some good continuations come in soon, right? Like, we need some good, like, multi-day runners. Almost like Boeing, how it has good continuation to the downside, right? That's kind of what... We need to see this out of a few more stocks, you know, get some good volatility coming into the market. I don't like it when the market sits up here, like we go to an hourly, and it's pretty much in the same spot for the past, like, 2 weeks. I usually don't like that type of movement. I would much rather see, like, something like a couple weeks ago, how it went down for a few days. That was awesome. Or, like, this nice uptrend for a few days. That's great. But what it's done lately is just kind of chop around and do nothing. There's been some opportunities, don't get me wrong, but... just no good continuations. Right now, good continuation up, though, off that support. Wow. Maybe new all-time highs. NVIDIA is for sure up to 560. Wow. What a runner. DraftKings doing pretty good. Penn Gaming starting to come back. Disney trying to recover. Hell yeah, they like it. They like it out there. Good time to enter EL. That's a stay lauder. You know, I'm not a huge fan of a stay lauder myself. Let's look at it on the daily. I guess if you're really trying to pick it up on the dip, I think it's an okay time to buy. Just be a little wary of this one. You know, it's been pretty volatile. If you're okay with averaging into shares, I think it's all right. But you gotta really average in. Sorry, for some reason, this song seemed a lot louder to me than the others. It was bothering me. Started bothering me. Tesla also had a great run. Yeah, it did, Jason. We've been looking at that one this morning quite a bit. Hopefully you didn't miss it. Been talking about it quite a bit. I like the book map on it down there at 210. A lot of buyers down there. 225, big resistance coming up, but what a run by Tesla. That was nice to see them come up off lows. Can't wait to get new PC, its second monitor, and new keyboard. Nice, Sean. That'll be fun for you. Maybe even try playing a computer game or two if it's powerful. That's not bad. They ordered it off the Sears catalog and built it themselves, Oscar says. That's pretty funny. How's General Motors doing? You guys know how we talked about the that last week? It may or may not have happened. It may or may not have happened. Pretty sure it's a craftsman's house, yeah. GM trying to come back a little bit here. How's Ford? Doing okay. Does Porsche have a stock that you can trade? Mason put in the off-topic channel like he's gonna super chat $500. Do it, Mason. Do it, do it, do it. That's pretty funny. $500. Holy crap. I have a feeling pump and dump, Paul said. That'd be sick. Hopefully pump and dumps happen more often. I'd rather get some good moves. Don't tempt me, Tom. I'd rather you just send me it on PayPal, Mason. Gosh, I gotta get a drink, guys. Hang on. I've been talking for an hour straight with, like, no drink. Hang on. Yeah, that is weird, Mason. That is kind of weird, isn't it? They should like give you, it should be like Twitch where like I can set up like custom colors for you guys and all that stuff. Maybe I can actually. I might have to look into that, but you know, like on Twitch, the moderators have cool colors and all that. Seems kind of interesting. Don't know. SPY itself kind of double topping 476.20. I think it can break, but overall just a little bit slow. Twitch chat's pretty cool. Yeah, Mason, it is. YouTube should like look at Twitch chat and think about it. Hey, if you guys have not liked up the stream yet, give us a like. It really helps us out. It'll help push the stream more. Been a little bit slow today following the holiday weekend, so hopefully we can get the stream a little bit back and going a little stronger here. Smash that like.
How dare you?
Whoa, guys, Greta's pissed. She wants you to like it. If you don't like it, she's gonna come back, she said, so. Gosh, I don't want her back. You guys better like it. For real. SPY starting to tank. Nvidia still going up. 561.60. AMD also still moving. 157.50. There is some insane movement here. The marijuana stocks are coming down a little bit. But boy, oh boy, Nvidia and AMD just keep going. 562. In the short term, little scalps to the upside on these stocks can be great. Buying and holding right now, not really the way to go. Quick scalps, fantastic. But wow, what a move by Nvidia. That is 562.18. It is now up 2.79% today. That is a pretty big jump for something like this. Looking at the daily, it looks even crazier, guys. I mean, holy guacamole. When 500 broke, a lot of people doubted it. I kind of was hoping for a move like to like 600 or so. Hopefully it just keeps getting the solid movement. That's what we need. Fantastic movement here. Just solid there. At some point today, it has to start coming down, but still doing great. Still looking cool. Excuse me. Sorry on that. All right, guys. I want to show you guys what we did. AMD doing great. Still moving. I thought maybe it'd start to slow down. Nvidia had a pretty red candle there for a second. Yeah, Nvidia's starting to slow up a little bit now. 562. Is this just another slight pullback, or is this going to be the actual top of the day? Tough question. Probably the actual top, given how much it's went, but still gotta keep our eyes on it close. All right, guys. Well, hey, it's official. Guess what we did over the weekend? You know it. We had to unload the Hellcat. Yep. Had to unload it. Grab the Corvette. Man, it's sick, guys. It is a sick car. It's got a 5-year bumper-to-bumper 40,000-mile warranty. It only has 2,000 miles on it. It's a great car. Usually I don't like warranties, but it was actually pretty cheap. Only like 1,900 bucks for the warranty on this thing. The transmissions go out so damn often, I had to get one. But here's what she sounds like when she's starting up in the garage here. Hopefully it's not too loud. Man, it's a cool car. It's a cool car, guys. If anybody's in the St. Louis area, hit up Ameristar Casino Saturday night. I'll be there for my birthday. Let's go. I'll also be a Topgolf for a little bit. Anyone wants to come hit that up too? Yeah, Sean, I had to get rid of the Hellcat. I know, I'm curious if people like the Hellcat better or if they like the Corvette better. I'll say this, the Hellcat, when you're driving on the highway and you just punch it, it just goes. I mean, you're talking like, it goes from like 60 to 100 miles per hour so fast that it was pretty insane. But from a dead stop, the Corvette kills it. So even though the Corvette only makes like 500 horsepower. So it was very weird, but I don't know. The Corvette's just cooler. It's more modern. It has that cool look to it. Man, I just love the way it looks. My girlfriend loves it too. But yeah, Boeing falling off here. I'm partial to Chevy. What does that mean, Sean? Does that mean you don't like it? Well, Jason, my Hellcat actually has a lot more horsepower, so just keep that in mind, Jason. Mine was not stock, of course. Mine actually made 800 to the wheels, which is pretty big. That is huge. At the crank, that might be like 900 or 950 or something. That baby can fit in the frunk. I like it. Yeah, that... Pretty much name a modification for a Hellcat, that thing had it. It had, like, everything. Injectors, ported snout, bigger pulleys, different pulley, like, actual pulleys. Bigger wheels and tires. Transmission work. The exhaust was gone. It was straight piped, essentially. With little mufflers in the back so it didn't drone. Mike said, I did some work on Corvette C8. Really? God, I'm hoping that it, I'm hoping mine doesn't break too bad. Everyone says the transmissions in them are terrible, but... Oh, we'll have to see. I had to put a little bit of money down on it, but... It was, it's still, like, honestly, this almost very, like, it's literally just a little bit higher than the Hellcat payment, but very, very close. Only has 2,700 miles. I love the number. I hope I don't get bad luck with it, though, because whenever I got in it, it had 2,666 miles. And I was like, oh, no, that's the bad number. Did you order a turbo? The vet looks good from any angle. Hey, thanks, Corbin. What mods for the Corvette? None, probably, Jason. I can't really get any because of the warranty, but I'll say this, the thing's actually so awesome the way it comes. I don't think I need any. Like, it has all the suspension stuff I need. The only modifications might be like bigger tires or like bigger wheels, bigger tires maybe is the only mod that I would probably do. I might even get some, like, stocked up stickers for it and stuff. You guys might like it, but... Man, SPY, going back to the market. Look at that on the 1 minute. Re-broke out, 476.48. Re-broke the high of day. Holy crap. Just continues to blow me out of my seat. Nvidia, 562. Did the dealer try to steal your Hellcat? Low trade-in. Jason, this one actually didn't. So, you know, obviously on trade-ins, you're going to lose a little bit. So, I would say on the trade-in, I ended up losing around 5 grand. So, not too bad, Jason. I would say pretty normal. I had a couple dealerships trying to only give me, like... They were trying to only give me, like... $38,000 for the car. And this dealership gave me $50,000, so... There were dealerships out there trying to do that, but I didn't let it happen, luckily, but... You should put the transitory shirt logo across the hood. That would actually be pretty funny if I got something that said transitory on there. Jason worked at a Dodge dealer for 10 years. Did you work on Hellcats, Jason? Let me know if you worked on them. That's pretty cool. Or were you like a salesman or something? That's interesting. I was in sales. Nice. That's cool to hear. That's probably fun. At a Dodge dealer. I feel like Dodge has some cool cars. Even though they might not be the fastest, like, because they're always heavy and stuff, they're still cool. Like the Scat Pack Challenger and the Scat Pack Charger. They get wiped by Mustang GTs, but they're really cool. Sold a bunch of Hellcats. Wow, that's cool, Jason. Yeah, Hellcats are awesome. I like them. I would definitely recommend it to a lot of people out there. The one thing I just have to say is that for the money, I'll say this, the Hellcat seems just a little bit cheaply made. Like you shut the doors and they feel shitty and plastic and, you know, the radio's cool and all, but like just kind of like everything around it just feels like a little bit cheap. The trunk's cheap. It all feels cheap. Besides the engine and besides the tires and besides the brakes and all that, the rest of it's cheap. I'll say this, the Corvette. A lot of those Corvettes are nearing the prices of those cars. I mean, you're talking... Like, let's just look it up. Used C8 Corvette. Let's see. Like, here we go. Like, 70 grand for 7,000 miles on this one. You know, you can actually get them even better, too. Even cheaper, I think. Maybe not. It's hard to find them cheap, but... You can find them out there, I promise. I was looking around. You can find them fairly cheap. Dodges are heavy boats. I'll say this, if you're on the highway doing a roll race or something, the Hellcat will destroy most cars. Just totally destroy them in a roll race. Maybe like the Shelby GT500 is an exception. Maybe the Cadillac Blackwing is an exception. But besides those, honestly, in a straight line, the Hellcat's gonna just wipe it. But... You gotta already be going like 60 though, because there's just no traction. You just can't get it. You can, but, you know, just not. We'll just say, gets a little freaky. Structural design work? Nice. Nice, Mike. That's cool. Hang on, guys. I'll be right back. Just give me 1 second.
Horrifying.
Sorry, guys. I had to tell the baby and the girlfriend bye. They're going to the doctor. We actually had something pretty crazy happen this weekend with the baby, which was a little bit unfortunate, actually. There's a bit of a... I can't tell you what it is. One of her lower rib bones is actually kind of like curved out a little bit, it feels like. It's very strange. I don't know, like, if it's growing weird or if somebody had... I can't tell you. I can't tell you. Maybe there's a hernia there. Maybe there's a cyst or a growth on the bone. I can't tell you, but it sucks, guys. Yeah, I've been worried about this thing nonstop all weekend, all yesterday. Literally, we were at the doctor yesterday. We got to go get an ultrasound this Friday. So, it's I don't always like, bringing up weird topics like that, but got a lot on the mind lately with that stuff, unfortunately. Praying everything goes well. Always scary when you find, like, a random lump somewhere, right? Pretty freaky. I'm sitting here praying, it's not the, not anything bad, we'll say. I'll just say that. I don't even want to say the things it could be, but... What's up with NVIDIA? So want to FOMO in at this rate? No FOMO here. Don't FOMO NVIDIA, please. NVIDIA is awesome, but these stocks, they go up and then they do eventually dip. Now, keep in mind, Tesla had runs where it went from a couple hundred up to a few thousand, right? NVIDIA might be that. Every however long in the market, we get those stocks that go on those parabolic runs. NVIDIA's the one recently. It's a big stock and it makes sense. It's part of the AI. Oh, they do a lot with AI, obviously. Their chips do, their GPUs do. They're used in so many things. They make, like, some of the most powerful ones out there. Probably the most powerful ones out there. I know AMD's coming close sometimes, but NVIDIA's still the king. Hey, I appreciate that, guys. I appreciate that. Thank you, guys. Yeah, Corbin, it does compete with supercars. I love it. It's awesome. I cannot wait to see it, or, you know, to drive it a little bit more. It's been so cold and shitty, I haven't really driven it. I drove it home from the dealership, and it was, like, salty and snowy, and I was like, oh, I feel bad. People were probably taking pictures of me going, like, what an idiot. Out in the snow with this thing, but I swear I didn't want to. Next support for B8. NVIDIA released 4070 Super today. I don't know about that, Whitya. I'm pretty sure that they announced that earlier, like a long time ago. I'm like 99% sure that they did not release that today. I think that was like a week ago. I think that was like last Monday. Last Monday when it ripped. Something like that, Whitya. Yeah, I think that was last week, but maybe you just heard about it now. She'll be okay. Her body's still young for a very high chance of recovery if anything bad. Oh, that's good, too. I didn't know that. That's good. Oh, the supers go on sale today. Oh, I see what you're saying, Whitya. Okay, okay. I see. I was gonna say, I was like, I'm pretty sure that was last week, but now I see. Yeah, 566 now on this. Holy shit. What an insane mover. You gotta love NVIDIA, right? One of the crazier stocks out there. Literally insane. Like, straight up insane. No joke. Oh, no, wait, yeah, you're good. You're good. The supers. Yeah, that is going to be interesting. I wonder how much faster they are than... Let's do my GPU comparisons. Here we go. This is it. All right. I'm going to do my 3080. My RTX 3080 right here. That's the one I have. So we'll do that, and we'll do the 4080 Super. Maybe I'll just do 4080. I can't even do it to the Super. Let's see these two. All right, so the Super is 55% better than mine, they're saying. Wow, the frame percentage different, or the frames per second difference on these ones are nuts. Wow, 4090. Oh, gosh. Gosh, they're making me look like my card's old. It's 100% faster in these cases. I wish that it would tell you, like, the FPS on, like, games or something. Oh, interesting. If you guys ever are wondering stuff about computers, go to userbenchmark.com. You can compare CPUs, GPUs, SSDs, RAM. You can compare all of it. It's really cool. Really, really cool. But yeah, NVIDIA still running 567. Pretty high number there on the chart. Please don't use user benchmark for comparisons. They suck. Oh, well. Oh, well. What's the other one? There's another one that I like using better, I think. Let me search it up here. Is it this? Nah. I can't remember what it was. I think it was benchmark though. Maybe AMD is gonna have a sell-off. Let's see, AMD. Come on. It's so high. Yeah, I mean, it's gotta sell off soon. There's probably gonna be a bit of a pullback soon here. All right, Spies, getting close. It has like a triple top going on at 476.50. If it can break here, it might run up to the recent high, like 477.50 to 478.50. Be ready. Be ready. Yeah, AMD, I think it'll start to sell off intraday. I don't think it can sustain this type of price action too much longer. It's up 8%, guys. 8%. That is a huge run. Look at the green candles on these run-ups. None are usually bigger than this. So once they get to this size, they generally slow up. We never see days higher than this with AMD, ever. So just keep that in the back of your mind if you're looking to buy this up here. I'd be careful. I'd start to look at puts. I'm thinking puts. User benchmark is very inaccurate. Okay, well, it's all I got with you. I'll keep that in mind, though. How about AMD? It's still a good price. I've always thought it was cheap, as it's like the only competitor to NVIDIA for GPUs. And CPUs chips are favored, too. Yeah, I like AMD's chips. Personally, I'm an Intel person for CPUs. I'm just not a big AMD person, honestly, myself. I would rather go Intel CPU with NVIDIA GPU. But, you know, I'll be real. AMD is fine if you spend the money. It'll still be good. That's just how I'm feeling it with it, though. But that's all. I know you hate penny stocks, but Fun is rocking. PHUN. Funware. Holy crap. 312%. Yeah, we gotta see what's going on here. Wow, guys, apparently they're saying that Fun has to do with Trump winning. Funware shares appear to be trading higher Tuesday as traders circle the name following former President Donald Trump's convincing win in the Iowa caucus. Trump received 51% of the vote and won 98 of the state's 99 counties. That was a new record for victory margins in the Iowa Republican caucus. That was a record. He won by more than anyone's ever won in the Iowa caucus. That's pretty big. That's pretty big. Funware has ties to Trump dating back to 2020. Huh. God damn it. Getting pissed. All right. Now I'm just sitting here thinking about my daughter's issues, and I'm just like, fuck. Man, SPY rejected hard right here. Holy shit. You see, this is why you don't chase these high runners like this, guys. Wow, that's pretty insane, guys. Big turnover all at once in the market. That was a big-ass drop by SPY. Microsoft, too. Google, same shit. I mean, everything just got a massive sell-off come in. The snowball effect really started playing out. That is huge. Hey, thanks, Gengar. Yeah, we got you with you. We saw that last week. That was cool. I love that. Nice car. I want to be a part of the vet family one day too. Awesome, Gengar. Get one. They're awesome. They are sick. There's even some good ones, like with some decent miles. Like, I'll be real with you. You could just get a little aftermarket warranty. I know that this is still expensive, but let's say we go to C8 Corvette. Model girl. Oh, hang on. That's funny. The hell are people searching on Google? Used Corvette for sale. Let's see here. Let's do a max price of 70,000, just to make it simple. Search. But I have to do the year now too. So 2020 through this one, bam. Yep, research it up. All right, so here we go. Here's a couple, like right here, 20,000 miles for 66,000. You can find better deals than that. There you go. 5,000 miles for 70,000. That's not bad. Maybe you guys put a little down on that or something. You know, not too bad. Even the old ones are kind of expensive, to be real with you. God dang. Jeez. Continuation red candle, super huge on SPY. Oh, here we go. It might start continuing here. Let's see it. It got a little volatile, starting to dip back down. Dwack just got an $80 price target. Do you think that's crazy? Please cover it. I mean, yeah, it is kind of crazy, but just keep in mind, you know, they're probably thinking Trump's going to win now, so. You know, you just got to keep that in mind. I'm not sure what exactly you're talking about, though. I don't see that myself. I don't see a $80 target. I don't know who gave that target, but it's not on Thinkorswim for me, so. Just make sure it's a reputable person, William, because that is kind of nuts, honestly. But then again, it could be possible. I mean, if Trump does end up winning, I mean, I think Dwack could end up doing pretty well. It's hard to say, though. It's a weird stock. Weird one. But was the price target by Trump? That's funny, Taru. Good one. I like that. That's funny. That is funny. Yeah, Dwack, though. What a move. Oh, come on. Let's see. Oh, man. Somebody's impersonating me in the Discord, damn it. We had to ban a couple this weekend, apparently. Fuck. Man, always be careful out there, guys. I can't believe it, but people actually get scammed by these people. We actually have had multiple people get scammed over the past few weeks. I'll say this. If you guys... it's illegal for somebody like us to, like, take your guys' money and invest it for you. That's wrong. You know, we can't do that. Like, guys, I feel bad when it happens, but then again, I also start thinking, like, who could fall for that? Like, it just, I don't know. People need to go look up, like, online scamming for dummies or something. Like, because I can't get it through my mind how people fall for this shit. It's nuts. Yeah, just whack that person, ban their ass. Had to put them in quarantine. We do have a lot of bots that wipe a lot of these guys out of the server, but obviously they might PM you and stuff. But we have a lot of stuff in place that tries to wipe these guys out, so. Yeah, Fed's Christopher Waller advocates moving carefully with rate cuts. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised, especially with inflation running up lately. We can't forget about that, guys. What did we just see last week? We saw inflation start to run up. They do have to be careful cutting too early. If they cut prematurely, it's going to be a rough go. Let's go look at the Fed Watch tool here. The CME Group Fed Watch tool. They're still having it priced in for March, but we'll have to see if that changes after what Waller said. It might change a little bit over the next few minutes, so just watch out for that. All right, guys. Well, hey, I do got to run. I appreciate you all for joining up today. I think we found some great opportunities, especially early on with some of these tech stocks as they broke out. AMD was a fun one to see breaking. Ran up a ton. Starting to slow down a little bit now, though. Gonna be important to watch here over the next few days, but I really appreciate you guys joining up. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one, guys. Hope everybody out there walks away with some good profits today. Let's go. Hey, thanks, Jason. Really appreciate that. Really appreciate that. Appreciate all you guys. Even the lurkers out there. Seriously, tomorrow, let's try to get to 30 likes. Let's try 30 tomorrow. You guys voted in the poll for rejection back down. Definitely crazy. Yeah, I agree with that. Rejection back down. I think that's what'll happen this week, but we'll see by the end. Appreciate you guys. Have a good one.